Hello, my name is Francine Milford and I'm the owner-creator of Tuning Fork Therapy. This video goes hand in hand along with the book Tuning Fork Therapy Level 1. In this book, we're going to demonstrate many techniques that you can use with your tuning forks. I'm not going to go into the history on this video, but it'll be all in the books. So make sure you have a book on hand. You get your copy online or from my website at www.tuningforktherapy.com. And what you're going to do is when you get your tuning fork set, what I want you to do is go ahead and open it and take out the tuning forks and place them out in front of you. I want you to put it from the highest or the tallest tuning fork on down to the shortest tuning fork. And then take a look at them. And what you're going to see is that the tallest tuning fork says C, 256 Hertz on it, and the shortest tuning fork says C, 512 Hertz. If you're sitting at a piano, this is the middle of the piano. We call that the middle C. Sometimes you can call it the low C, just so you know the difference between the low C and the high C. Together, from C to C is an octave. So when we look at the piano, here's our C. This is our low C, or what's the middle C, because it is the middle of the piano. It's a white key. This is on your tuning forks. This will be the 256 Hertz, followed by the D, E, F, G, A, B, and then C. And this is what we would call the high C, and this is at the 512 Hertz. From here to here, the two C's, this is called an octave. So in your harmonic set that you were given in your student set, you'll have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. This is what you'll have. As you can see on the piano, there's plenty other octaves. Here, and then we have them starting again at C, C, higher. The black represents actually the sharp set. There is a 5 sharp set. And this is C, D, F. But all we're going to concentrate on is the C to C. So C is 1, 2 for D, 3 for E, 4 for F, 5 for G, 6 for A, 7 for B, this will be your crown chakra, and then 8, this would be your soul star. So we got root, so if we're doing chakras, this would be your root, your sacral, solar plex, heart, throat, brow, and your crown. And this would be your soul star, which is located 10 to 12 inches above your crown. So in your set of harmonics, the basic set, you'll have your root all the way through the 7 major, plus you'll get the extra one, which is your soul star, actually, and it's also known as your soul purpose. You'll get this 1 octave. So sometimes when you see Beethoven 1/5, or you'll see 1/5, 1/6, 1/4, what it means is 1 and 2 together is 1/2, 1/2. If you see 1/3, 1 and 3, /1/4, 1 and 4, /1/5, or else known as a fifth. This is C and G. 1/6 together. 1/7 together, and 1/8. So it's just another way of, instead of saying C and D played together, you might see 1/2. And then you can play together to create harmony. So let's go ahead and talk about holding the tuning forks. So when you hold the tuning forks, one thing I like about the student fork is that it has a little notch. And what I want you to do is hold your fingers on that notch, and that's the proper place to hold your forks. Then you're going to go ahead and take the activator. You measure 2/3 of the way down your fork, and this is where I want you to activate it. And it's a little like a little karate chop move. That quick. That's the best way to activate your fork. You can use a lot of different things to activate your fork. Another common one is the mallet. You can use it like that. You can even turn around, use it like that. You can use a block of wood like this. If you want to soften it, use your hand, the meat of your hand. Use the top of your thigh. And that will help to soften the tone in case your clients become agitated with a large, loud sound. Another thing you can do is the harder the object, the louder the sound's going to be. So you notice the difference between this and this to the soft. You can also hit it on a carpeted floor if you like. You can also hit two together. But be careful, because if you go to the corners, you're going to end up chipping your tuning forks. And there's not much you're going to be able to do after you've chipped them. You can sand, but there's just not that much you can do to keep your pure quality of your tones. I usually activate large forks like this a little differently. Usually I'll have it set on the person I'm working on, and then I will bang it like that. To me, that just works better than using one of these. Hello, we're going to do some double toning. We're always going to start with the low C, the 256 Hertz. And we're going to end with the high C at the 512 Hertz. So go ahead and take the low C in your left hand and your D in your right. Hold them 2 to 4 inches away from your ears. And let the activation last for approximately 30 seconds. And shake them off and repeat. Go ahead and switch them in your hands and activate. Go ahead and put your D back, put your C in your left hand, and pick up your E tuning fork and activate. E down. We're going to go ahead and take the C, low C in the left hand. We're going to go ahead and take the F in the right hand. Activate and listen. And set them down, switch hands with them, activate again. Shake them off. So go ahead and pick up the C and the G fork. And put the G fork down, put the C back in your left hand, pick up the A. Put the A fork down, put the C back in your left hand, and pick up the B. C back in the left hand. Go ahead and take the low C in your right hand and the high C in your left hand. Activate and listen. Shake them off. Go ahead and put them back down. Now this is just a really good way to balance your central nervous system. I'm going to show you later on in this video how to do it with someone laying on the table. We're going to continue with some other ideas of how to use this toning for both double toning and for chakra toning. Another thing we can do with our tuning forks in the double tuning method is add our own voice and create a bridge between the two sounds we hear. This will enhance our body's ability to create harmony when we're bombarded every day with so many different sound waves. So go ahead and pick up the low C in your left hand and the D in your right hand and activate. Listen to the two pitches that you hear and try to think of a sound that would create a bridge between the two sounds that you're hearing right now. Okay? So go ahead and activate again. And either to yourself or out loud, create that sound. And switch your hands and do the sound again. And then go ahead and put the D back down, put the C back in your left hand, and then pick up the E. And I want you to continue this all the way through to the high C. So there's not a right way and a wrong way of doing it, or it's not a right way or wrong way of sounding. This is all for your own internal healing. You can also do this in a session with the client who's laying down, and as I'm going to show you in a moment, when we're doing these tonings for a client, that you can have your client even to themselves or out loud hum and create this bridge between the two sounds that they hear. Just have a lot of fun with that. It's a great little tool. You don't have to do it in every session, and you don't even have to do it yourself if you feel uncomfortable doing that. But it's just a nice thing once in a while to keep your body in tune, or we'll say in tune. For chakra toning, go ahead and take your low C. This is your root chakra. Go ahead, activate it, aim it at your root chakra, about 1 inch or 2 inches away, and spiral. And first get that motion down, the spiraling motion first. And then you're going to go do. Shake it off. Go ahead and take your D, aim it at the sacral, which is about 2 inches below your belly button. And this is the word Ray, which we're going to do in just a moment. Ray. times, but you can just do one if you want. Rain. Next one is solar plexus, just below the rib cage. Our seat of our emotions. And this is me. The next one is F, and it is for the heart. Located in the center of your chest. And the word is Fa. Next one is G for throat. And this is soul. Next one is A for the brow. And this word is La. Next one is B for the crown chakra, 2 inches above the head. And this word is T. T. Last one is the soul star at C, which is 10 to 12 inches above the crown chakra. And the word associated with this is Do. going to say do. When you're all finished, set your forks down, put your hands on your lap, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Nice and slow and deep. Feel the vibrations through your body. See if there's any areas of stress or complaint or discomfort. And go ahead and bring your mind there now. And bring thoughts of peace and harmony. Relax and release. Inhale, relax, exhale, and release. You can do this every day to help clear the chakras, help keep your body in tone and healthy. How to clean your tuning forks. Try to avoid corrosive materials like harsh detergents. And what I do is I just use a simple cleaning solution that I use on my massage table. So when I clean the massage tables, I'm going to clean them also with this and wipe them with a paper towel or a soft rag. Another thing is, if I'm using them directly on the skin, I will use an alcohol wipe before and after each use, just for hygiene purposes and sanitation. To store your tuning forks, you can store them in the little case that you were given, or you can get yourself a block. This is one of my home projects. I actually made this block myself with my husband helping guide me, and you can store your tuning forks standing up like this, and then that would be fine too.